Welcome back to the Baltimore Orioles franchise on MLB the Show. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. Before we get into the action, a trade offer from the Cubs as they are looking to give us 24-year-old a potential second baseman Chase Strumpf. Now, this is a guy that can also play shortstop, and in return, they want Terrin Vavra, who is a 25-year-old a potential shortstop who I think can also play second base. Now, what we get from Strumpf is a right-handed hitting contact hitter. He's got decent pop against lefties. He'll hit righties okay, but not great. I kind of consider him maybe a little bit better hitter than what we get out of Bobby Witt Jr. at this point in his career. He's got pretty good vision, decent discipline, decent clutch, and he's got some major league experience already. And for his career, across 500 at-bats, he's hitting .250 with 11 home runs. And that's basically like a season's worth of at-bats. And that's not terrible for a middle infielder, especially at just 24 years old. His OPS this year is .725, which, again, not the greatest. You'd like that number to be around 800. But for a middle infielder, that's not that bad. The only thing that he kind of lacks is maybe some stolen base capability, but he's got a good glove. And then again, who they want in return is a guy that's a year older and not quite as polished. He's a good defender, is Terrin Vavra, and he's got better speed, but the bat still has a ways to come. Now, he is improving against righties to where I could use him at the major league level, but I don't have a place for him in the order anyway, so we're going to make that trade. And then also noteworthy here is the Red Sox Fire Sale continues. They ship Chris Sale off to St. Louis in exchange for a young catcher in Bryant Godwin, who is already a 79 overall at just 21 years old, and then Patrick Guevara, a 21-year-old third baseman who's still a little bit of a project. But the Red Sox definitely in rebuild mode there in Boston. Now we go out to Camden Yards, where it's going to be the Orioles hosting the Tampa Bay Rays, who come into this one 3 games below 500. The Orioles sitting at 61-43, and they send the young lefty Ryan Weathers, I believe the son of David Weathers, to the hill. And he has pitched well for the Orioles so far this season. As you see his numbers here, he's been steady as a rock. Now has that whip down below 1.3 and a 3.62 ERA. So even though the walks are a little bit higher than we'd like them, the hits are really good relative to his number of innings pitched. And starting things off is going to be a check swing, and he could not hold up and down on strikes for the first out of the ball game. Then it's Willy Adames, ground ball to second. That's routine for Corey Seager. And now 2 away, and we'll take a look at the Rays lineup in this one, as I believe it was Diaz, actually Tommy Pham leading off, then Adames, then Austin Meadows, Randy Arozarena in the middle of that lineup, Ryan McCann, the hard-hitting lefty, Chad Pinder having a rough season, Danny Jensen catching, Ruhan at second, and then I think it was Visler at shortstop. There's Austin Meadows to end the inning, goes down on strike, so a good start for Ryan Weathers as he sets him down in order and picks up a couple of Ks in the process. Now for the Rays, it's going to be Nate Pearson on the hill. He's having a good season for them. You see his numbers through 19 starts, 3.54 ERA and a 1.27 whip. Very similar numbers to what you saw from Ryan Weathers. So a matchup of a righty versus a lefty, but it looks like it should be a good one. And Pearson's going to get Cologne here. Could not pull the trigger on a nice curve down and in. And he starts the ball game with a strikeout. Then it's Jahmai Jones getting a start. He slices one into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and the Orioles have their first base runner of the ball game. And he's got some speed, but not going to get a chance to use it here. Well, technically, I guess he is, as the pitch gets away, and Jones able to advance to second on the wild pitch. Now a runner in scoring position for Corey Seager. 3-2 pitch to him. He lifts it into center field. This ball is deep, but gonna stay in the yard, caught on the warning track. Jones will advance to third, and now 90 feet away with 2 down and it's up to Rafael Devers to try and get him in. But first, we'll take a look at the Orioles lineup as Cologne leading off, got that average up to 241 now. Then Jones, Seager, Devers, Montcastle in the middle. Mancini will DH, Santander in right. Rutschman still swinging the bat pretty well, will do the catching, and then Bobby Witt at short. Devers could not pull the trigger. They tried to check his swing on a curve down and in. It was out of the zone. He's down on strikes, and we're scoreless after one. Starting off the inning, actually with one away in the second, Ryan Weathers hangs a breaking ball, and Ryan McMahon just drives that ball way out of here to right field, up onto the terrace. His 25th of the year, 403 feet. That was a no-doubter. Two-way in the inning, it's Danny Jensen. He's down on strikes, but after one, the Rays lead thanks to the solo shot from Ryan McMahon. That was an absolute bomb, and they're on top 1-0. Anthony Santander with two-way here in the inning watches a changeup up and away, so definitely missed the location on that one, and he's on with a free pass. Then it's Adley Rutschman up the middle into center field, and he'll make it first and second. 2 outs, and Bobby Witt Jr. has a chance to drive in a run here with 2 down in the inning. 1-2 pitch to him is a nice changeup down and away, got him to swing at one in the dirt, and they send it down to first to end the inning. So the Orioles miss an opportunity there. Now on to the third. Tommy Pham with two-way, ground ball to short, and it's a 1-2-3 third for Ryan Weathers. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still 1-0. Jahmai Jones with one away, swings through a changeup. That one was hittable, but he was out in front of it, and that's now 4 strikeouts for Pearson as he pulled the string on Jones. Then it's Corey Seager, same thing, could not stay back on that changeup, not picking it up, and they're out in front of that one, and that's down on strikes for now 5 Ks for Pearson through 3 innings. Now on to the top of the fourth with one away. I think that was McMahon again. That one's up the middle. Actually, no, that was Austin Meadows for a 1-out single. Then Arozarena gets jammed on one, but that's going to get down in shallow right field. Meadows going to head for third. The throw is not going to get him, so runners on the corners now with 1 out. Here's McMahon on a 1-0 pitch, chops one to first. Now Mancini kind of took, or Montcastle rather, kind of took his time on that. Decides to go home with it and gets nobody, so a run comes in to score on the fielder's choice. Now McMahon, chance to redeem himself, has a double play ball, pulls Bobby Witt off the bag, and they don't get anybody. So 2 sketchy plays from Ryan Montcastle in the inning, and then Weathers going to say, you know what, I'll just do it myself. He gets Jensen staring at that one for the second out of the inning, and then it's Brujan, tried to check his swing, but he went around, down on strikes, and a huge out right there to keep it 2-0. And now on to the bottom of the fourth. There's Devers, thought it was ball 4, but that's going to be strike 3. And now two-way in the inning for Mancini, chases a slider out of the zone. He's down on strikes, and it's 2-0. Pearson really in control so far in this one. On to the fifth. Ryan Weathers gets the swing and strikeout on Pham there for the second out of the inning, and now 6 strikeouts for Weathers. On to the bottom of the fifth. Gets a call on the outside corner. Santander can't believe it. That is 8 strikeouts for Nate Pearson through 4 1/3. Adley Rutschman says, enough of this crap. He takes a changeup the other way into the gap. That's going all the way to the wall, and it's a 1-out double for Rutschman and a chance for the Orioles. Bobby Witt hits one through the left side. Rutschman going to try and score? No, he's going to draw the throw. It's cut off, and now runners on the corners with one away. Jorge Colon, 1-0 pitch. It's a soft liner right at the shortstop. That's caught for the second out of the inning, and now it's up to Jahmai Jones on a 2-2 pitch. There's that changeup again in the dirt. He chased it, and that is going to do it. 9 strikeouts for Pearson through 5 innings as he has held the Orioles scoreless in this one. Ryan Weathers trying to hold his own. He's going to get Austin Meadows swinging. That's 7 strikeouts for him. Now on to the bottom of the 6th with 2 away. Ryan Montcastle, routine grounder to short. It's another scoreless inning of work for Nate Pearson as he sets down the Orioles in order. On to the 7th. Brujan looking again. That is now 7 strikeouts for Ryan Weathers, and there's going to be ball 4 from Pearson with 1 away. It's on Anthony Santander. You see the numbers for Pearson: 4 hits and 2 walks through 6 1/3. He's at 101 pitches, has 9 strikeouts, and we'll see what the Rays are going to do with him. They are actually going to go to the bullpen as here comes Kevin Cash. He's going to turn to the lefty Jalen Beeks out of the bullpen, a 2.67 ERA. And he's going to have some traffic on the bases here with a runner on first, 1 out in the inning, and it's going to be Adley Rutschman due up next, if I'm not mistaken, after Santander drew that walk. So Santander on at first, and Rutschman gets jammed on a cutter in on a 1-1 pitch, but gets it into left field for the base hit. So it's now first and second, 1 away. Bobby Witt Jr. back up the middle. That's going to get into center field. Here comes Santander. He will score to make it 2-1. And the Orioles not done yet, as they still have runners on first and second, 1 away, and they trail by just 1 after the RBI single. They're going to turn to Clay Hopkins off the bench. He has been outstanding for them so far this season. A guy that pretty much only plays when there's a left-handed pitcher on the hill. And unfortunately, he's going to hit into a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. He's got decent speed. Maybe a little bit slow getting out of the box there. Thought he would have beat that out. But after 7, it is 2-1 as the Orioles finally get on the board. Now they go with Weathers sticking with him in the 8th, as he's at now 100 pitches with that one right there. Sliced down the line, and it stays fair for a leadoff double. And now they are going to turn to the bullpen, as Weathers pitched well in this one. He is responsible for the runner on first, and they are going to turn to the lefty Derek Gorman, who has been awesome for the Orioles this season. A guy that is putting himself in a position to maybe take over the setup role, eventually the closer role. Guy that throws absolute smoke. Starting things off, though, it's a 2-0 two-seamer down and away that stays fair down the right field line and into the corner, and just like that, it is 3-1. Still nobody out, runner in scoring position. There's a ball 4 to Austin Meadows with 1 away. That sets up the double play, though, and Arozarena going to accommodate here as he hits 1 to first, and this time Montcastle with the throw on the money to second base, and it's a 3-6-3 double play to end the inning. But Tommy Pham with a huge insurance run there as he drives that one down the right field line to make it 3-1. Now we go to the bottom of the 8th. Jahmai Jones leading things off. Ground ball to short. That's going to be the first out of the inning. And I'm not really sure why I was showing you that play. Oh, it's because now they're going to change pitchers and go to Peter Fairbanks. The righty has been awesome for the Rays, as the pitching staff for them has been pretty good this year. It's the offense that has let them down for the most part as they kind of limp through the season as we approach the trade deadline, actually. Now, Corey Seager lifts one into deep center field, but just missed it. That was a pitch to hit. He let him get away with it. That's the second out of the inning, and they would not score. Gorman stays out there in the 9th, and he's going to get a strikeout there. Ryan McMahon caught looking at the high heat. Now they turn to Dylan Tate out of the bullpen. The righty has struggled of late and seen that ERA pay the price, as it is now up to 4.66. He was really good early this season, but has not been throwing the ball well of late, and it's going to continue here. Base hit up the middle. That ball was barreled up, and now it's going to be a runner on first with 1 away for Danny Jansen. Ground ball up the middle. That's what Dylan Tate is good at, is inducing ground balls with that heavy sinker. And he's going to get the double play to get out of the inning. So the Orioles down to their last chance, and Diego Castillo, see his numbers, another good ERA coming out of the bullpen for the Rays. 2.6 ERA and 28 saves and 33 tries. Now it's going to be Ryan Montcastle up the middle. That's handled, and over to first for the first out of the inning. And now Trey Mancini, 1-1 pitch, gets one to hit, takes it deep to left field. This ball has a chance, but it's going to go off the wall for a 1-out double. But now the runner in scoring position, and the tying run will be at the plate in the form of Anthony Santander. Could not pick up that slider in on his hands. It gets away from Jansen, but he recovers to fire it down to first for the second out of the inning. Now it's up to Adley Rutschman. 1-1 pitch, goes down, hits that slider pretty well considering where it was located, but that is going to be routine to center field for the final out of the ball game. The Orioles fall in this one 3-1, as the Rays pitching staff doing an excellent job keeping those bats contained, and they win this one 3-1. Nate Pearson was outstanding in this one. He gets player of the game honors, went 6 1/3, 4 hits, 2 walks. He struck out 9 and gave up 1 earned run that actually came in after he exited the ball game. Then he picked up the win. Ryan Weathers gets saddled with the loss after pitching very well. He only gave up 4 hits, no walks in 7 innings, and struck out 8. But unfortunately, 3 earned runs, as the hits that he gave up were kind of stacked up together. Ryan McMahon had 2 RBIs on the day, including that solo home run. Tommy Pham had the other RBI for the Rays in this one, as they only had 6 hits and a walk and struck out 9 times. But the bullpen did an excellent job for them. Beeks came in and gave up a couple of hits, but then the rest of the way it was pretty tough sledding for the for the Orioles offense, and they only managed to muster 1 run on the day. Take a look at their statistics, as it was 7 hits and 2 walks. They struck out 10 times though, and all of their hits were stacked up at the bottom of the lineup. You see Rutschman went 3 for 4, Bobby Witt Jr. 2 for 3. Other than that, they got a double from Mancini late in the ball game, and then Jahmai Jones singled way back in the first inning, and that was it for the Orioles in this one. Weathers falls to 8 and 5. Derek Gorman pitched okay in this one, an inning and a third, a hit and a walk allowed, struck out 1. Dylan Tate gave up a hit that had a but then backed it up with a double play ball to end that inning. And the Rays, again, take this one 3-1. Now we are going, where are we going here? Out to Cleveland, where the Indians are at 75 and 44, the best team in baseball at this point in the season, or at least in the American League. And they have picked up wins in each of the first 2 games of this series. They won 4-0 and 6-2, and now looking for the sweep, as the Orioles came into this series with a chance to overcome or actually gain some ground for the best record in the American League. They're going to face right-hander Eli Morgan, getting his first start of the season. 72 innings of work. His whip is 1.64, which is dangerous, but the ERA isn't that bad, just north of 4. He starts things off with a 4-pitch walk to Austin Hayes. That is an ominous sign and not what you want to see. So the free pass is followed up. He gets ahead in the count to Jorge Colon. Deuces the grounder to short, but Colon just able to beat it out. Then he's going to try and steal second. But Corey Seager swinging pops this one up into shallow center field. A long run. But that is going to be handled for the second out of the ball game. And now we'll take a look at the Orioles lineup, as it is Austin Hayes leading off. Jorge Colon now hitting .260 on the year. He's been on fire. Then Seager, Devers, and Montcastle, who has been struggling. Then Mancini, Santander, Rutschman, and Bobby Witt Jr. So the usual suspects against a right-hander in this one. Rafael Devers, ground ball to up the middle that is handled by the shortstop on the right side of second base with the runner in motion there, and that'll do it for the Orioles in the first. Now we get a look at the numbers for Milton Byrnes, as he's got that whip down just short of 1.4, which isn't great, but way down from where it was, and he's finally got that ERA down into the 4s, but he has still had a rough season so far this year. We'll see if he can get back on track in this one. First batter, ground ball to third, handled with ease, and that's the first out. And we'll take a look at the Indians lineup in this one, as it is Gabriel Arias batting first and played short, and Cesar Hernandez, Jose Ramirez, Franmil Reyes, Ian Happ playing center field, Jared Walsh at first, Eddie Rosario in left, and then Naylor DHs with Caleb Hamilton playing catcher, batting ninth, and hitting .294 on the season. There's Cesar Hernandez caught looking at a changeup in this one. That's the first K for Milton Byrnes, as he's going to get that changeup working well today. After a one-out walk, or actually a single to Jose Ramirez, it's going to be a ground ball to short to end the inning. Then it's Trey Mancini back up the middle. Nice play by Hernandez to get there and make the backhand, but then he fires it into the dugout. So it's going to be a base runner on second. Adley Rutschman, up with 2 away in the inning, takes that one into the gap. That's going to score Mancini. Rutschman not going to stop at second. He's going to try for 3, and he beats the throw. So it's an RBI triple for the catcher, his second triple of the season. And the Orioles on the board. Then Bobby Witt Jr. gets a pitch to hit there. That was a 2-seamer down the middle. He got under it, though, and that's going to be the final out of the inning. The Orioles lead it 1-0. Byrnes back to work. Curve in the dirt. Couldn't hold up, and that's going to be the first out of the inning as Rutschman sends it down to first to retire him. Then Eddie Rosario pops one up with the shift on. It's a long run for Rafael Devers, but he gets there to glove it for the final out. And we go to the bottom of the second. Austin Hayes takes that one into a left center field gap to start things off. It's going to get all the way to the wall, and it's going to be a stand-up double. The Orioles with an opportunity here, already ahead 1-0, now 1 away in the inning. It's Corey Seager. He gets a hold of one here, takes it into right center field. Hayes kind of held to make sure it was going to get down, and now it's going to be a close play. Could have been a close play at the plate, but they don't even make the throw. Don't understand that, as it looked like they had a chance to get him, and now it is 2-0 Baltimore. Ryan Montcastle now with 2 away, ground ball to third, and Ramirez has that one, and they send it over to first for the final out. But the Orioles now lead 2-0 thanks to the RBI double from Corey Seager. We go to the bottom of the third. Byrnes back to work. It's going to be Naylor taking one against the shift on a 3-2 pitch. That was a changeup that he stayed back on and takes it into left field for a leadoff single. Then it's going to be a ground ball chopped in front of the plate. Byrnes fields it. Took a little while to get rid of it. Arias able to beat that out, or Hamilton rather. It's an infield single for the catcher. Now with 1 away, it's a chopper or a 1-hop to short. They go 6-4-3 and get Hernandez on the double play to end the inning. So a good job there, pitching out of trouble. Now on to the top of the fourth. With 1 away, it's Anthony Santander. Slices one down the left field line. It bounces into the crowd for a ground ball double. So runner in scoring position for Adley Rutschman. That ball hit into left field. It is going to get off of the glove and get down. They rule it a single. Santander did not advance on the play, and now with 2 away, it's Austin Hayes pops that one up. Hernandez has that, and that'll do it for the Orioles in the fourth. On to the bottom of the inning, it's a check swing. Didn't get the call there. He's down on strikes, and it's 4 scoreless innings of work for Milton Byrnes. Jorge Colon swings through a fastball. Second strikeout for Eli Morgan, and the Orioles would go scoreless in their half. Now on to the bottom of the fifth. Jared Walsh swings at a changeup down and away out of the zone, make it 4 Ks for Byrnes, and he would hold him scoreless in that half. And in the top of the sixth now, it's Cal Quantrill coming out of the bullpen. The right-hander has his ERA sitting right around 5. And he's going to start things off. Falls behind in the count, 3-0 to Montcastle, and then grooves a fastball. Montcastle yanks it down the line. It stays fair. That's gone. A solo shot, his 10th of the year, and the Orioles lead it 3-0. A rocky start for Cal Quantrill coming out of the bullpen, and now it's 3-0 again, and this time he's going to miss for ball 4. So not a good start coming out of the bullpen as he's thrown 7 balls and then giving up a home run. Now it's Bobby Witt Jr. with 2 away in the inning, ground ball to short. So Quantrill able to settle down and at least get out of the inning. But the Orioles add another. It is now 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the sixth. And Milton Byrnes in control, just 2 hits allowed to this point. It's Caleb Hamilton down on strikes, fastball up and in. That's the first out of the inning. And make it 6 strikeouts for Milton Byrnes as he is locked in out there. Now 1 away, curve. Nice pitch there, but he maybe left it up a little bit, but it was on the outside corner, and a nice piece of hitting to stay with that, take it into right field. So Arias on with a 1-out single, but now Hernandez again, ground ball to second. This time he is going to beat out the back end, so it's a force out, but now they pick him off to end the inning, and it's 6 scoreless for Milton Byrnes. 3 hits allowed. He has just been dealing, and the Indians in trouble, as it's not looking like they're going to be able to muster much offense now, and the Orioles lead it 3-0 as we head to the 7th. Jorge Colon with 1 away, ground ball to short. It gets muffed, and he is going to beat that out. It's going to go down as an E6, and the speedy Colon on at first. Now 2-0 to Corey Seager. That ball hit through the right side. Seager on with a single, and Colon advances to second. Now it's 2 away from Ryan Montcastle. Had one to hit there. Ramirez muffs it, but he's going to recover, fire to first, and the throw is just in time to get Montcastle to get out of the inning. So the Indians almost did some damage to themselves there with the gloves. Nonetheless, we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's not going to matter what kind of defense Cleveland plays if they can't hit. There's Jose Ramirez down on strikes. Now with 2 away, Ian Happ, see you later, as he couldn't catch up with the fastball up and in, and it is now 7 scoreless for Milton Byrnes. Just 3 hits allowed to this point. Now to the bottom of the 8th, they curve down. He gets the call. Jared Walsh does not like that one. Make it 9 strikeouts for Milton Byrnes. He's at 98 pitches at this point with 2 outs in the 8th. Gets the ground ball to end the inning here. We'll see if the Orioles can send him back out there in the 9th, as the pitch count now up around 100. And it's a save situation for Roberto Osuna at this point. Now Austin Hayes with 1 away takes one up the middle, and he's on with a 1-out single. They put him in motion here. Jorge Colon, ground ball to second. Now Austin Hayes was going to try and be sneaky there and get to third, but heads up defense, as somebody on the defense was telling him to just take that out at third, and they get Hayes into a rundown. and he is out. So now it's two-way, still runner on first. There goes Cologne. Corey Seager crushes one to center field. This ball is way back. It goes off the wall. With Cologne in motion, he's going to score easily. That'll make it 4-0 on the RBI double from Seager. So now it's not a save opportunity, and Osuna will sit down. They're going to send Byrnes back out there. First batter is 2 pitches. He gets the chopper back to the mound. That's 1 away. So now just 101 pitches. He's got enough left in the tank from the looks of things to finish this. He's going to get a jam sandwich there, flare to second, and that's the second out. Then it's Cesar Hernandez. Ground ball to short, and this is going to do it. A complete game shutout for Milton Byrnes. An absolute gem as he just dealt in this one from start to finish. He was locked in. Really had that changeup working and the off-speed stuff in general, and was doing a good job locating his fastball throughout. The Indians just could not touch him. They had just 3 hits on the day, 1 walk, and struck out 9 times. As it is a complete game shutout for Byrnes, gets player of the game, picks up the win. Eli Morgan didn't pitch that bad, 5 hits and a walk through 5 innings. Struck out 2, gave up 2 earned runs, and it gets saddled with the loss. The Orioles had 9 hits and 2 walks on the day and only struck out 3 times. 3 hits for Corey Seager, and then multi-hit days for Rutschman and Hayes in this one. Rutschman had a triple. Montcastle, his 10th home run of the season. Byrnes obviously just dealt. That ERA now down to 4.64, starting to get a little bit more attractive. 3 hits and a walk. Not a whole lot to say about the Indians' performance in this one. They got a single from Arias, Naylor, and Hamilton. They got a walk from Jose Ramirez way back in the first inning. And then other than that, they didn't even really hit the ball hard for the most part. The bullpen for the Indians kind of struggled as well, as both Quantrill and Hendricks came in and gave up 1 run over 2 innings apiece. And they fall in this one 4-0 as the Orioles take it in shutout fashion, and that's going to do it for this one. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we'll see y'all next time.